If there is one thing that history teaches us, it is that we never learned anything from history. I repeat it once again. If there's one thing that history keeps teaching us, it is that we never learned anything from history. I didn't say that, I read it somewhere, but it makes total sense when you think of the human society's cycles. So as a society, we have this phase of tribulation, hardship, and then there is a change. And the change follows by its result, which is most of the time the welfare of the people, and then eventually they reach the peak of their happiness, they reach the peak of their comfort, and then the society collapses. Now, when they are in the golden zone of their comfort, what happens is that most of the time they don't realize that they are in this comfort zone, which is actually destroying the society, which is actually leading the society for a huge collapse. And we never learned from history that all the change makers, all the people who brought great changes to this world, people who came up with great ideas, leaders, revolutionary visionaries, all of them were people who disrupted the entire framework of the society that they lived in. They challenged the norms of the society that they lived in. And most of the time, whenever someone is challenging or questioning the norms of a society, whenever someone is critiquing the conditions of a society, he is called a madman. He's called crazy. He's not considered as a good person, because he is challenging the comfort zone that you are living in. So we know that someone who is happy with the current state of the society is never on the good page of history. I'm not saying this is the case all the time. However, if you're not continuously examining the situation of the society that you live in, you are deluded. You're just being part of the very unfortunate cycle that keeps repeating throughout the human race. The ones who were treated as heroes and the ones who were later acknowledged that they were on the right side of the history were always the people who questioned the framework of the society that they lived in. They were criticizing and challenging the norms of the society that they lived in. So it's always good to have a check on how your society is functioning and how corrupted it is, and how much of injustice is happening in the society, and how much is hate and intolerance dividing the society that you're living in.